One of the questions that I've been asked many times over the years, and one that I keep seeing pop up in online groups for worship leaders, is what do I say in between songs? And that's a big deal for a lot of people. I mean, think about it. The number one fear in America is public speaking. So couple that with the idea of, I don't know what to say, and you've got a situation that's pretty scary for a lot of people. And so I'm going to give you some practical thoughts of what you can do. But one thing that I do want to mention is something that I've said before in these videos. Part of my philosophy of leading worship is that the further along in the service that we go, the less I'm talking to these people out here and the more I'm talking to God and just letting them listen into what I'm saying, all right? And so I'm not going to be talking in between, certainly not between every song, and I'm not going to be talking to the people as much, except maybe pretty early. So maybe the first couple of songs, before the first song, in between the first and second song, that kind of thing. And that's not a hard and fast rule, okay? But I'm just giving you a general understanding. Couple of things that I think are really helpful in thinking this through. One that can be really good for helping people to connect with the song is, what is the scriptural basis for the song? And if there isn't a scriptural basis, you might want to think about whether or not you should be doing that song. But look at the scriptural basis, maybe read a verse that kind of lays that out, and make the connection between that Bible passage and the song to help people to understand what it is that we're singing and why it's so important from a scriptural perspective. That can be really, really good. So make that scriptural connection. The other thing is, that I think can be helpful for you is why is this song so important to you? I mean, obviously you're leading it. It must have some meaning for you. And so what is that? What is it about this song that grabs you? Maybe it's a line, maybe it's the chorus, maybe it's a certain section of the song, whatever it might be. Just share that before you do the song, because if it's connecting with you in a way, then it's going to connect with other people. But maybe you need to help them make that connection. So sharing that idea with them of why it's so important to you can help them to make that connection. So that's just a couple of ideas using the scriptural basis and what is so meaningful for you. But I do want to encourage you in all of this that you take the time to prepare. I've seen too many worship leaders who, honestly, they were up there winging it in between the songs. And, sometimes they said some great, profound things. Other times it was like, oh my gosh, did he just say that? And that can be a little bit scary. So think it through. Make plans. Maybe, even if you need to, write it out. Be ready so that when that moment comes. And I'm not saying that has to be a hard and fast thing now that you've prepared it. You get to that point and maybe you sense, I just need to go into this song without saying anything. Great, go for it. But at least you're ready and you're not just going to say something off the cuff that might be good but might not. Make sure that you're doing something that's going to help the people to connect with this song that you're using.
Brought to you by myworshipleadingcoach.com.
Helping you to be more fully equipped as a worship leader.